Let's talk about a habit that could completely change your oral health game. And get this, it only takes about 10 seconds. Nope, it's not some new fancy gadget. It's actually way, way simpler than that. Okay, picture this. You just finished your lunch, maybe that mid-afternoon coffee. It's a daily thing for most of us, right? But do you ever really think about what's happening in your mouth for the next few hours before you finally get to your toothbrush at night?
If you're like most people, probably not. We're kind of in this oral care no man's land between our morning and evening brush. But what if there was a super simple trick to bridge that gap? Well, there is. And it's something dentists have known about forever.
So yeah, let's dive into that, the gap in our routine. We're great at brushing in the morning and at night, but what about that huge stretch of time right in the middle? Let's take a closer look at what's really going on. Now, don't get me wrong, brushing and flossing are the undisputed champs. They are 100% non-negotiable. But they're not the entire story. There's another player in the game that we often forget about.
And this quote from one of the dentists in our source material really says it all. Oral hygiene is not only about the 2 minutes spent brushing in the morning and at night. What you do throughout the day matters as well. You see, it's an all-day commitment, not just a couple of 2-minute sprints.
So what is the big deal about that time between meals? Well, it all comes down to one thing: trapped food. I know, kinda gross. But every single bite you take can leave behind tiny particles that cause surprisingly big problems if you just let them sit there. Think about it this way. Your mouth isn't a perfectly smooth surface. It's full of nooks and crannies. It's got all these little hiding spots where food just loves to get stuck. And here are some of the prime locations. You've got the area around your back molars and wisdom teeth. Classic food trap. Then there's the space right along your gum line. And of course, in between any teeth that are a little tight or crowded. Even the corners between your cheeks and gums can be a hideout. So when those food particles are just left hanging out for hours, they basically become a buffet for the bacteria in your mouth. And as those bacteria feast away, they produce acids and create this sticky film. That's plaque. And yeah, that's also what leads to unwanted odors. Okay, but don't worry. There is a beautifully simple solution to this problem, and it's probably sitting right in front of you. It's just plain old water. Look, this isn't about buying some new, complicated mouthwash or some weird gadget. It's about using the power of something you already have. We're talking plain water and just a few seconds of your time. It is maximum impact for almost zero effort. So what does a quick rinse actually do? Well, think of it like a mini power wash for your mouth. It dislodges those hidden food bits, it flushes out debris from your gum line, and it just generally messes up the party for all that bacteria. The result? Your mouth just feels cleaner and fresher all day long. Now, this is a fantastic habit for literally everyone to get into. But for some people, honestly, it's a total game changer. I mean, if you've got crowded teeth, you know the struggle of getting stuff stuck in there. Or, hey, if you have braces or a bridge or crowns, that's just creating more little ledges for food to grab onto. For these groups, and also for older adults who might be dealing with gum recession, this simple rinse is an absolute secret weapon. All right, ready to actually do this? Let's break down the 10-second upgrade that can seriously level up your oral hygiene. 10 seconds. That's it. That's all the time it takes to make a real, noticeable difference. It's not about some long, drawn-out ritual. It's just a quick, smart action that stops problems before they even have a chance to start. Okay, so here's how it's done. You take a little sip of water, you swish it around vigorously, get your teeth, your gums, your cheeks for about 5 to 10 seconds. And here's the key. Really try to guide that water towards your back molars. Then you're done. Spit it out or swallow it, doesn't matter. The magic is all in that swishing motion. And let's be super clear, this does not replace your toothbrush and floss. Think of it as their best friend, their trusty sidekick. It's like a pre-cleanse that just makes your toothbrush that much more effective when you finally get to it later. You know, our source material put it perfectly with this line: small daily habits can create lasting smiles. And that's really what this is all about. Real, lasting health isn't about some huge, dramatic gesture. It's about the small, consistent things you do every single day. So, the next time you finish a meal or a drink, just remember this. You have the power to seriously improve your oral health, and it only takes 10 seconds. The only question is, what are you going to do with them?